Good morning, everyone. Bright lights in the big city. And the lights that I'm talking about now are specifically new state-of-the-art, energy-efficient, light-emitting diodes, or LEDs. And I am sure in your stories you will explain how LEDs work. Good. They're new pedestrian lights that have been installed all along Eastern Parkway. LEDs will soon be turning up all on other streets all over Brooklyn. LEDs are the wave of the future. They last forever and they use a lot less energy. Thank you. And this is just the beginning. In fact, if you look at virtually all of our street lights are all LED.
Yes.
We converted everybody throughout the city to LEDs. When you see those small lights, that's what that's all about. Now we're talking about street lights. As the first phase of replacing all our city's familiar high-pressure sodium cobra head, we call them, street lights with LEDs. It is a big project, and there are roughly 250,000 street lights in our city, if you want to know the magnitude of the problem. When it's completed, we believe it will be the biggest project of any kind in any city, anywheres in the world. Of its kind, not any kind. There will be big benefits, too. Lower energy and usage costs, far lower maintenance costs. These things last a very long time. And street lighting that helps everyone see better as well. We've already started upgrading to LEDs along key corridors in our city. In addition to Eastern Parkway's LEDs, new light-up sections of the FDR Drive and the pedestrian paths of Central Park. They're also now used in the necklace lights that adorn the cables of the East River bridges. In the first phase of the full citywide street lighting upgrade, installing some 80,000 LED street lights will replace every current street light in Brooklyn. That one project for that borough will cost $20.5 million and is scheduled to begin next spring, with completion set for December 2015. And the payback on something like this in reduced energy and also in reduced maintenance costs is very quick. These are no-brainer kinds of things, and you'll see this going all over the world, actually. This conversion is being funded in part from a competitive acceleration, conservation, and efficiency program launched this fall by the Department of Citywide Administration Services. Its goal is to help city agencies meet our target of shrinking their carbon footprint by 30% by the year 2017. The plan is for all city streets to be lit up with LEDs by 2017, and doing that will save New York City taxpayers a net of some $14 million a year. Roughly $6 million in energy costs and also $8 million on maintenance. Because, keep in mind, LEDs can last as long as 20 years before they need replacements, compared to just 6 years for our current streetlights. In fact, these new pedestrian lighting fixtures along Eastern Parkway are expected to produce savings of more than $70,000 a year alone. Now, upgrading to this longer-lasting, more energy-efficient lighting builds on the overall sustainability goals of Plan YC, our agenda for creating a greater, greener city. It also is in keeping with our administration's long-standing commitment to reduce city government's day-to-day costs while also improving its operations. Earlier this week, we announced another major example of that, an ongoing overhaul of the city motorized fleet that is expected. An ongoing overhaul of the city's motorized fleet that is expected to save taxpayers more than $450 million by 2016. The lighting upgrades here also put the capstone on a $22.2 million reconstruction of Eastern Parkway, a project that makes the Parkway and the Grand Army Plaza far safer and more attractive as well. So now let me turn things over to Transportation Commissioner Jeanette Sadik-Khan to say a little bit more about today's announcement. Jeanette?
Great. Thank you, Mayor Bloomberg. With this reconstruction and the addition of new LEDs here and all along Eastern Parkway, we're already starting to see our streets in a brand new light. And over the 6 past years, we've done everything we can to improve the look and feel of our streets and to find ways to make them more efficient and with having less impact on our environment. We lead the pack of America's largest cities, being the first to equip our traffic signals with LED lights, and we also converted all of our pedestrian signals at the city's 12,000 pedestrian intersections, including the pedestrian countdown signals, which we've now installed at over 4,000 intersections. This approach is a vital part of our greening the city and its operation and building the streets of the future so that they're safer and they work better for everyone. The bright side of this change is that, unlike a lot of infrastructure improvement, this will be change that you can see on every street and every sidewalk. These 250,000 new lights will redefine our roadways and neighborhoods, bringing clearer, whiter, and more attractive lights to our 6,000 miles of streets and 12,000 miles of sidewalks. The LED lights produce a far superior light versus the yellowish, almost horror movie kind of light from the current high-pressure sodium lighting that we use now. And we tested this bright idea to ensure that these lights worked on New York City streets when we upgraded 1,800 lights along Central Park's pedestrian paths in 2009 and some 1,200 fixtures on the FDR Drive underpasses, with more to come. In a fitting way, some of our city's oldest infrastructure, our East River bridges, have literally become a bridge between old and new. We've restored these bridges to bring every bolt, plate, and cable into a state of good repair, and we're finishing them now with these new LED lights. The Williamsburg and Ed Koch Queensboro bridge work has been completed, and work is now underway to upgrade the 166 lights on the Manhattan Bridge. And when the Brooklyn Bridge Rehabilitation Project is completed, DOT crews will replace LEDs on the necklace lights of this iconic bridge, completing our LED bulb replacement on all East River bridges. With ever safer streets and innovative fixes for our roads, we can literally say that the future is looking even brighter for all New Yorkers. And I'd like to thank everyone at DOT who worked on this, particularly Steve Galgano, Gaisham Patel, Al Borak, and Margaret Newman. Thank you for your work.
Very clever looking lights, future, all that sort of stuff.
I was going to show you one of them.
Oh, okay. Yes, show us.
My upper body workout. We'll see if
Way to go.
So these are the new.
You want to come up here and show it?
These are the new lights. Shedding new light on all of you, all of us, in the streets of New York. Light and sustainable.
Wait a second. Hold it. But so this goes on the top of the pole like this, pointing down, just so you, because that's not so obvious to this
It's
group
not
of
a
people.
makeup light.
It's not a makeup. No, I like that. Not a makeup light. And if you look at what we have now, look across the street, and you will see on those lampposts the old sodium lights.
Yeah.
And the payback is very quick, and everybody
6 years.
is doing this all over. Before taking questions, let me just summarize for today for our Spanish-speaking audience. Hemos empezado a reemplazar el alumbrado público instalando nuevas luces eficientes LED. Esto ahorrará energía y billones de dólares para la ciudad. And with that, we'll be happy.